The Philadelphia mayor's brother running for mayor himself.
I am running because I am going to be legally radical in terms of solving that crime problem.
Arrested today for traffic warrants, already indicted for tax evasion and fraud.
I want people to know that I stand accused. I don't stand convicted.
The bizarre fight Milton Street faces now, and why he says he's ready.
And the fact that I'm able to fight this fight and then have to go fight that fight should indicate to everybody that that's a strong man.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for spending the next hour with us. I'm Carrie Lee Halkett. The immediate fight before Milton Street, traffic charges. It all started this morning after 10 a.m. Milton Street was jailed after being arrested in Moorestown. The Philadelphia mayoral candidate and brother to the city's current mayor had several outstanding traffic warrants. New Jersey police officers recognized him. He was at 7-Eleven. Milton Street also faces a federal tax fraud indictment. Fox 29's Claudia Gomez live now with this very complicated situation, Claudia, for a man who we've seen in the headlines before.
Yes, he has, Carrie Lee. He's certainly familiar with the headlines. Milton Street says he is absolutely shocked about what happened this morning. He said he had no idea that there were any warrants for his arrest for those traffic violations. He made bail here at the Burlington County Jail about an hour and a half ago, and he's a free man tonight. But this is, of course, yet another mark on an already troubled record for a man who wants to succeed his brother as the next mayor of Philadelphia. Milton Street walked out of the Burlington County Jail 5 hours after his arrest Monday with a handshake for his jailers and a smile for reporters.
I'm doing great. How you doing?
His day started with an appearance on Good Day Philadelphia to talk about his campaign to become the city's next mayor. But 2 hours later, that campaign took a wrong turn at this 7-Eleven in Moorestown, New Jersey, when a police officer walked up to him.
I had my back turned, right? And a guy says, Mr. Street? And I'm like, yeah, it's me, Mr. Street, you know. And I pick up my paper, and he turned around. I said, how you doing? He said, you're under arrest. I said, oh.
He looked pretty surprised. I mean, it's not something that anyone's too happy about, I assume, but, you know, especially him.
And they put him in handcuffs and put him in the car. And he was like, everybody stopping here, watching, looking at him. Watching it.
Milton Street, the mayor's older brother, was already in legal trouble before today. Last November, the feds filed tax evasion and fraud charges against him in connection with multi-million-dollar airport contracts. This time, the charges are far less serious.
I had some traffic tickets 10 years ago. It was in 1997.
He said, I didn't know I had warrants. I said, yeah, you have traffic warrants for your arrest.
The warrants date back to July 04 when police officials say he skipped out on a court appearance.
The second time I didn't go to court, well, they kept my bail, so I figured that was it. I never heard from him again.
Until this morning when the arresting officer spotted him and remembered the warrants. So what would Milton Street say to Philadelphia voters who think he's not responsible enough to be mayor?
I would say go vote for somebody else.
$3,250 to clear up those traffic violations and to get out of jail. That's the money that he owed to Moorestown and Pennsauken for those violations. As far as how this is going to affect his campaign for mayor, Carrie Lee, he says it won't.
We'll have to wait and see on that part of it. But speaking of mayor, Claudia, the mayor of Philadelphia is required to live in Philadelphia, but we know that Milton Street spends a lot of time in New Jersey.
That's right, and this arrest would seem to confirm that yet again. We asked Milton Street that question several times here this afternoon. He insists that he still lives in Philadelphia. That is his legal address, but his lady friend lives here in Burlington County, and that is why he spends so much time here.